All right, what's up, guys? Today is going to be the fifth or the sixth installment of the How to Build Out Your Home Gym series. Today, we're going to take a little bit of a different spin on this series, and today we're going to talk about the yoke. Why are we going to talk about this? Well, there's many reasons why. Essentially, the yoke, in my opinion, if you look at it, is very multifunctional, very versatile, has a lot of different uses if you can get creative and see past the fact that this is just typically a strongman implement. So for starters, this can serve as a half rack, or this can serve as like a squat stand, bench stand. So as long as you have like an adjustable bench, you can get J-cups that slide into these peg holes, and you can use this to squat or bench, which is highly beneficial. So if you are short on space and you really want a multifunctional tool, you're more into maybe strongman, or you're more into like calisthenics, kettlebells, sandbags, things of that nature, but you still want a power rack, this definitely can serve that purpose for you. As you can see, it also has built-in weight holders. Obviously, you can put like your 45s on one, your 25s, your 10s and 5s, or what have you. So you definitely have plate storage, so you don't have to buy an extra plate storage thing, or you don't have to just store them in a different spot. It can go on your rack. This middle bar that holds the two together can obviously be adjusted up and down. So what's cool about this, in my opinion, is yes, obviously you can do a traditional, yoke carry. You can do like a zercher carry. You can do yoke picks. You can do holds. You can scoot this up and do pull-ups with it. You could have it at a mid level and do inverted rows. You can put it at a lower level and do some like fat barbell push-ups. You could set it real low, or even like hip height, and use it as like a hurdle. So you could get some plyometric work in, you could get some hip mobility work in, things of that nature. You can set it real low and do hops over it. Again, more plyometric work. There's a lot of various uses that the yoke can provide outside of simple yoke carries. And I think this is a very versatile tool. I think that if you have limited space, or like I said, you're into a different style of training and you're just like, man, a full power rack really isn't my vibe, but I definitely like to squat and bench. Squat stands are definitely useful, but sometimes they're not made to bench out of. Like I said, this bad boy, scoot this up, your rack will hold together, get some J-cups, and you can squat and bench out of this bad boy. Aside from that, it doesn't take up a ton of space. Like I said, it's not any wider than my arm width. And so like I said, if you are short on space or just like that different style of training, this would be a great option to utilize for your power rack. And like I said, you can get many other benefits out of it, many uses here. And I would definitely recommend looking into this if you are a non-competitor, or you're just someone that likes to train in that functional style. Training with sandbags, kettlebells, med balls, stuff like that, body weight circuits, calisthenics. This is a really great option if you would like to still squat and bench, or like I said, various other uses as well. Another thing that I forgot to mention, if we're going to talk about using our yoke as our power rack per se, there's a lot of companies out there and a lot of tools that can be utilized to add like additions onto your rack, even like your power rack in the first episode, like we talked about. You can get like a dip attachment to attach to this. You can get like a leg extension, hamstring curl kind of deal. You can get a pad that serves as like a chest supported row. So you can get these little tools that add on to your power rack or your yoke per se. Companies like Rogue, Bells of Steel, and things of that nature, make a vast array of products that can be utilized as such. So this not only enhances the versatility, that you can get out of your yoke, but it just expands your options while, like I said, keeping the space minimized. You're not buying a ton of equipment or machines. Just a couple to add a variety of exercises to get more out of the equipment that you do have. And like I said, it just doesn't take up as much space. They can be little attachments can be just shoved in a corner or storage closet. So it's definitely easy. Just another option, like I said, to use this as your power rack.